Hey guys, what's going on? It's Blayde again from Convertible Security, and beside me is this absolutely gorgeous W124 Convertible, or A124, that we've just completed a massive install on for a very good customer of mine. So sit back, stay tuned, and we're going to show you everything that we've done to this car. So before we get down to the nitty-gritty of things, I just wanted to explain the story behind this car. So this gentleman came to me earlier this year looking to obviously do an install into this vehicle. Now, he's been building cars for 20 plus years and has always been a Mercedes nut. His last car before this one was actually an AMG GT. And now most people might think this is a bit of a step down, but unfortunately that car got written off and he wanted to go back to his roots for his very last build. So this car is definitely one of a kind. So this is an E320 A124 Sportline. So one of very few ever made in this country, being a convertible as well. Another thing that's very special about this car is it is immaculate. So clean, as you can probably tell. This car's only done 23,000 original miles. So this is probably one of the cleanest examples of any classic car that we've seen come through our workshop here. And yeah, it's been an absolute pleasure working on it. This was going to be everything he wanted to do, a car that he's owned in the past, a car that he loves. So he wanted to go all out with it, and he just said, look, I'm going to put it to you guys, do what you think is right for this car. He had his own, obviously, ideas on the car, but we just went all out with it. So there's enough talking, let's get on to what we've done. So the most eye-catching part of this car that most people are going to see first are these absolutely stunning wheels. So these are custom three-piece Rotiform LHRs, specifically designed in the US for this vehicle in this spec. So they are a satin finish brush face with gold hardware and chrome lips with the gold center cap as well. So this is what he wanted. He wanted a bit of a flare on the color. He did initially think about going for gold faces, but we changed it to gold hardware because we thought it might be a little bit too much, and he's very, very happy with the outcome and much prefers it like this. So these are 18-inch, 8.5 on the front, 9.5 on the back, and do sit very tight. But as it was straight out of the box, they were arched to lip fitment, which looked wicked, but unfortunately didn't sit on the floor. So talking about sitting on the floor, obviously this car is on Airlift Performance. Let's talk more about that. Okay, so we are now inside the car. Let's talk about the airlift. So this car is on Airlift Performance 3H with 3/8 lines. Unfortunately, Airlift don't make struts for this model of vehicle, so we went for Odin struts. They bolted on like an absolute dream, as they should do. And we've also done a very sneaky custom controller mount for the customer. So if we push his original ashtray in, there's his controller. So if we turn the car on, there it is lighting up, and we're also raising up. So we've set it so it's rise on start, so all he has to do is jump in the car, turn the key, and the car will automatically rise to ride height. Now he also has essentially 5 other presets, or 5 main presets that you can use. The middle button being his drive height, the one above being his higher ride height essentially, which is for getting over speed bumps. You have an all up at the very top. Below the airlift button is your low ride height, so if you wanted to get some rollers or something like that and you want to sit really low whilst you're driving, you can press that button, and then the very bottom one is to air out. So let's air it out quickly. There it is, on the floor. So the customer also wanted a system upgrade, which we have definitely completed for him. First of all, starting with the head unit. So we've gone for a Pioneer Z7200 flip out screen. The customer wanted all modern features, wasn't too worried about a retro look, but wanted something not too flashy. So we decided to go for something that is retractable, can go back down to a single DIN looking unit when the car's off, but when the car is on, he's got all the mod cons and everything he would need to use. You've got CarPlay, Android Auto, Bluetooth streaming, hands-free calls, DAB, everything you would need, and also fantastic audio quality. Now, talking about the rest of the audio, we've also done some serious work to these doors. Let's have a look at these. So, as I've said, we've done some serious work to these doors. The customer wanted a very loud and show spec audio system, but without being too intrusive into the car. So what we spec'd was these Yetnart door builds, or Yanart, or Yehnert, I don't know how you say it, but these are a door board. So they are designed specifically for this car and are leather matched exactly as the factory leather came out. This door card holds 4 6.5-inch speakers. So what we've done is we've put 3 sets of 6.5-inch JL C2 coaxial speakers, and we've also put 1 6.5-inch JL C2 component speaker. Now the component woofer is here, and then the tweeter we've replaced in the dash, the factory 4-inch speaker location. So needless to say, he's got plenty of audio volume, quality and clarity in this car. These doors really suffer from a lot of rattles, so we've fully sounded in these doors along with the boot and everything like that. Now the rear speakers we didn't change. It wasn't really any need to, because we've got so much going in the front. The rear speakers being changed really wouldn't make too much of a difference, and we'd have to add a whole other amplifier to the system and whatnot. So we've just gone for the front. Now, we are known for our boot builds, so let me take you around the back of the car and we'll show you what's in there. So this is the exciting bit. What do you think? So we've gone for 2 JL Audio TW3 10-inch subwoofers in custom enclosures on either side. We've got the 2 JL HD amplifiers, one being a 4-channel and one being a mono running the subs. And up the top here, you can probably see we've got this removable panel which has the customer's brand or logo that we've had etched into this perspex. And then down the bottom, you should be able to see we've made a glass panel with a white enclosure for this cigar style tank that we've made. So it's a seamless tank that we've had airbrushed and dipped to look like a cigar. The brand that the customer really likes is Gurkha Pure Evil cigars. So that's what we've done. We've also wrapped a sticker of that brand around there to look like a real cigar. Now, this isn't the only tank in the system. There's another one hidden underneath the build, but we've also lit everything up with cob LED, white LED lighting, and trimmed it all to match in some nice black Alcantara. And needless to say, it looks the nuts. Oh yeah, and it's got a reversing camera. And one last thing we did to the car is we upgraded the exhaust system to this Super Sprint catback. So that goes from the catback essentially, which gives the car a bit more of a raspy tone, a bit more of a depth to it, so you can actually hear the engine, because obviously these aren't very loud cars at all. So he wanted to upgrade that for a bit of a tone improvement and also for looks as well. Now, I know what you're thinking. Let's hear this system, right? We've done so much to it, you probably want to hear it. So let's jump in. This is wicked. Yeah, that's absolutely wicked. Way more than the customer's ever going to need, but obviously he wants this for a show car. He wants to be able to show this off to people, and he wants something different. So I definitely think that's what we've given to him. He can open up the doors, open up the boot, play it. It sounds wicked, it looks wicked. It's a wicked car all around. I've said wicked loads of times, but it's a very wicked car. Some people may say this was kind of sacrilege to do this to a beautiful classic car like this, but this customer wanted to be different. He didn't want anything the same as anyone else. He wanted this car to cruise around in, take it to shows, but he wanted something that was special, something he's going to keep for a long, long time. Like I said, he's been building cars, modifying cars himself with other people for over 20 years. But he wanted something that's going back to his roots, that's perfect for him, and that's got all the mod cons he's ever going to need. Maybe he might even go to a show and win a couple of shows. Who knows? But that's what he wanted it for. So to round up again what we've done to this car, we've got custom 3-piece split Rotiform LHRs, Airlift Performance 3H suspension. We've got Yanart door builds with loads of JL Audio 6.5-inch component speakers. We've got JL Audio subs in the boot, JL Audio HD amps. We've got a tank that looks like a cigar. We've got LED lighting. We've got Alcantara. And obviously we've upgraded the stereo and the exhaust system. It's an all-out build, one of our biggest builds this year. So thank you very much to the customer, and thank you very much to everyone that's been involved. If you do want to find out more information about the products we've used in this particular car, we're going to list everything in the description below, so make sure you check that out. And if you wanted to do a build very similar to this, make sure you give us a shout. That's it from me. I hope you've enjoyed this video. It's been a short, sweet one, but we had to cover this car. It's very, very special. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.